At Bendigo Bank, we like to help communities grow. We concentrate on delivering you great products and services.
I like you so very much, so much in fact I gotta wake you up. It's not that I have words,
Because we know that if you grow,
wanna see you looking.
the community will grow with you. At the Bendigo, it starts with you.
And a very good morning and welcome to the Geelong Cricket Show, and we're full of beans this morning. Hope you're full of beans too. Baked beans after your breakfast. Blazing Saddles, here we come as we say a very good morning to the man who hasn't held a piece of silverware in his hand since 1990. What's got 4 teeth, 100 legs and 400 tattoos? The front row of the Collingwood cheer squad. Good morning to Dean Armstrong. How are you, smiling little master?
Good morning, Graham. Look, I did have some silverware in my hands this morning. I had knife and fork, so that's close enough to me for silverware.
I thought you dribbled that much you'd have to use a spoon.
And I did munch down some baked beans, so look out, I'll be firing on all cylinders this afternoon.
And also the man who not only plays it, talks it and walks it, the World of Bellarine Peninsula Cricket Association, Mr. Tim Mitchell with his World Series cricket tie on from the 1970s. How are you, Tim?
Yeah, very good, Roll. I just thought I had to bring the tie back, and it was very excited last week too with finals kicking off and thought, here we go, but unfortunately it was all rained off in a lot of cases. We got on down at the Bellarine, though, some interesting results there, and lucky enough today that we'll see the top 4 sides going head-to-head with Bowen Heads taking on Port and Colindina hosting St Albans as well. We'll have a chat about that a bit later in the show.
Is the dress code 1970s? Because, look, I'm in pink today with a pink tie, Graham.
Yeah, 1960.
What are you dressed in?
I've got
Where
my,
have you been?
I've got my
You've
beloved
been at Skate Park out at Ocean Grove.
Geelong Cricket Club.
My name is Rollo.
Geelong Cricket Club Premier
Thanks
Cricket.
to Rawlins.
Oh, man, what have you been? What fruit juice did you have in your breakfast this morning? The problem is, viewers, he's just getting home from last night. That's why he's probably 0.08 right now. Victorian Premier Cricket. What a weekend it was. Yes, Mother Nature intervened yet once again last weekend, and to the detriment of 3 of the 4 Geelong Premier Cricket Club sides who were playing in the qualifying finals. The first 11 went up against Fitzroy Doncaster. Fitzroy Doncaster scored 5 for 195. Geelong didn't get a bat. Geelong and Camberwell Magpies in the second 11, not a ball was bowled. In the fourth 11, Frankston Peninsula, 2 for 189, too strong for Geelong, who scored 8 for 196. It was a drawn game because Frankston were not all dismissed, and therefore, because they finished high on the ladder, they promote further along. But for the third 11, it was Geelong, 4 for 87, with Reece Burke scoring an unbeaten 41, rolling Fitzroy Doncaster all out for 81. And that now means that Geelong third 11 continue on the way with a semi-final against the Camberwell Magpies up at Camberwell beginning at 11 o'clock this morning. So, Dino, great to see that the Geelong Cricket Club still got a chance in Premier Cricket, third 11 trophy.
Yeah, it's a good result for the Geelong Cricket Club. Look, you know, obviously the rain's disappointing, but I think Geelong, their second half of the season has been quite disappointing, and I suppose, look, they set themselves up earlier on the season to really push hard for possibly some silverware, but then they let themselves down the second half of the season. They've only got themselves to blame. You can't blame it on the rain because they put themselves in that position.
Fair comment. Tim, your view just on that point, in the first 10 rounds up till Christmas, Geelong picked up 30 points in 6 games in the first 11, and in the 5 games after Christmas, Geelong only picked up 12 points from the 5 games. So the picture tells the story.
Yeah, I think Dano's probably got it right there. In the second half of the season, the Cats definitely shot themselves in the foot, and really they had the opportunity at Christmas to really sort of take that first 11 at least by the scruff of the neck and build on the work that they'd done in that first half of the season. Unfortunately, they couldn't do that now, and it's really up to the third 11 today to take their game and make sure that the Cats do stay on and stay strong in this final series.
Now look at the title on the screen there, viewers. That's right, Tim Mitchell is a super coach. Why has our producer suddenly cast an ordination across your shoulders?
Last Sunday, Graham, Bowen Heads under 15s that I have coached for the season got up, so it was very nice. Finishing top sort of helped us out a little bit. I think we were 4 for 50 overnight, and then and managed to hold on. I think we made 140 in at Ocean Grove, about 7 for 90 after rain's pretty much ruined the day on Saturday. So rain ruined a lot of cricket, but looking forward to some good cricket today.
Yes, and in the Bellarine Peninsula Cricket Association, the A grade, Barwon Heads, Colindina and St Albans Breakwater were the 3 qualifying final winners, and Port Arlington was the highest placed loser. So it now means Barwon Heads will play Port Arlington at Barwon Heads this afternoon, and Colindina take on St Albans Breakwater at Colindina. Tim, home ground advantages. This is something we're not seeing in the GCA. Bellarine Peninsula, how effective is it going to be as far as the home ground's concerned?
I think maybe, if anything, Rawlite's going to play a part at Colindina. Their pitch is just that little bit bouncy than a lot of the tracks down on the Bellarine, and if St Albans can't go there and maybe sort of take the impetus in the game early, whether it's just getting a few wickets or putting the runs on the board at Colindina, then that's when the Cobras really take a stranglehold of games down that way. Michael Fabris bowls well on that wicket, Brendan Long does, and then you've got Will Handley, who's been pitching in with runs and wickets as well for Colindina. So it's pretty important for St Albans to bat or bowl well in that first session, whatever they end up doing today. At Barwon Heads, so I don't think it really will play a role, because Port Arlington have played well the last couple of times, scored 200 plus both this year and last year when they played there, and every time Barwon Heads plays Port Arlington, Paul McGrath seems to get 100, so there'll be a little bit of pressure on him, I dare say, to get Port Arlington to a good score as well.
Under the conditions played last week, Tim, who did you feel was the more impressive of the qualifying final winners? There were 3 winners out of the games. Well,
on Sunday, having had a little bit of a look at Barwon Heads, I know they were 8 for 104 overnight against Jan Juck after Jan Juck bowled extremely well, and I thought, oh, here we go, maybe Jan Juck can spring a surprise after finishing 6th. But for Barwon Heads to come back after Jan Juck reached about none for 30 in that chase at tee and get the 10 wickets to roll Jan Juck for 110, that just showed the quality that they have in their bowling lineup. Sam Schaller got 3 wickets. I think Les Wallace got 5 as well, so good for the Seagulls to see him back in form. But the real story of the first week was Colindina and how well they played. Dismantled Queenscliff for only 115, and then to make that 4 down as well, it shows Colindina are a side that I think they've learnt from previous finals experiences, and now they're a real chance to win the premiership this season.
St Albans Breakwater only 2 down in chasing Port Arlington's 107, which was declared for 6, but they must be confident as well.
Yeah, St Albans also playing some good cricket. The thing with that game was that Port Arlington had to declare, really, because they didn't get on at all on Saturday at St Albans, so it meant Port Arlington had to chase a result just in case they didn't get up. They were sort of hoping, in a sense, that they would be the highest placed loser, the Demons, which is actually eventuated, but they declared at break after it started raining, I think, during the 20-minute interval that we have down on the Bellarine, and hoping that they could maybe get some quick wickets. But as you said, Graham, St Albans took control of that game, and with Jason Murray more than likely to return to the side today, they'll take a lot of confidence down to Colindina.
It'll be all happening in the semi-finals of the Bellarine Peninsula Cricket Association. Barwon Heads take on Port Arlington at Barwon Heads, and Colindina take on St Albans Breakwater at Colindina. May the best sides win as we go to a break, and be back with more after this.
At Bendigo Bank, we like to help communities grow. We concentrate on delivering you great products and services.
I like you so very much. So much, in fact, I gotta wake you up. It's not that I have words.
Because we know that if you grow, the community will grow with you. At the Bendigo, it starts with you.